Hi, I'm Stacey J and this is my studio and I'd like to welcome you to a hashtag Friday Sews. It's been a while since I've done a hashtag Friday Sews because I'm currently doing a Vlogmas. Now, for those that decided that they weren't going to watch Vlogmases because they don't like, I don't know, every day of opening presents and things like that, I fully appreciate it and understand that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch base with you and tell you what I have made. Every day in my Vlogmases, I'm making an item, so I've made 7 items to show you. Yay, yay, yay. So I've done all this. I want to shout out to Jen in Jen's sewing room, who started the hashtag Friday Sews to bring the wide community of sewers together, whether you be a sewist vlogger or a sewist vlogger watcher. Yep, that made sense to me. So I would like to tell you, you know, we've come together. It's been a great big community. People that I watch have the same people who watch me on their channel, which is really, really awesome. Love to see that. And I interact with them on the other channels as well. Not that it's about me, but why not? I don't make it about me. Okay, so what I'm going to show you first is what I did. Let's go back to last Saturday. I keep thinking there's a dog outside because Mr. Christopher's gone out. Anyway, so the first thing I made last Saturday is a glasses case. Okay, it's got the what we like to call vegan leather. Okay, on the outside, which is this awesome lime green. It's been top stitched with the walking foot. And inside it's got a lovely green polka dot and it connects with a magnetic snap. It is a Spencer and Org free pattern, and I have added to it by putting in a grommet and adding a loop with a hook so that it can hook on your bag. If your bag's got metalware that is around, you can sit onto that so that your glasses are handy and you can find them whenever you want, instead of digging and burrowing down the bottom of the never-ending pit of what sometimes our handbags can become. A bit like, was it Hermione in Harry Potter? She had the handbag or the bag that just kept pulling out all the tricks. That's the kind of bag I want. So that's one of the things that I've made this week. Fantastic item to make if you are, if you like to make crafts and gift give. I have a friend, Diane, who is a friend of mine, who has put made about 4 or 5 of these little suckers, and I'll get a photo. She sent me a photo of them. I'll get a photo and pop them onto my into the screen and show you her amazing ones. It's you're limited by only your imagination and possibly your stock. Okay, so if you're making everything I have been making, except for a few specialty items that I've required, I have made from my current shop. And I didn't have to pay for it because I already paid for it. So that's one of the items. That is the Groovy Glasses Case by Spencer Org. Now the other thing we have is now this is something new I'd never ever made. I had to buy specialty fabric for this. Okay, and the specialty fabric for this was the little insulation inside the gloves. Okay, so they are oven mitts. I like them because I love the look of them because they're long. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I haven't tried them yet. I am actually keeping them for my other channel where I pull everything out every day and remind you what I've made. So everything that I have made, except for one thing, is currently in a basket down here. So there's my oven mitts. I made those. Woohoo! I made, this is on request, I made a wrist pin cushion. Here's one I made a little earlier. So I made 2 actually at once. And I love the oval shape. The oval shape I got from one of those magnetic pin cushions. You know, the ones that you just drop your pins on and go and just sort of locks and loads into it. So I made that because my old one was looking tatty. Oh, there's a pin in my old one. My old one was looking tatty, and look at the size difference. Size matters sometimes, guys. Look at the size difference. Okay, so and it's a nice wide elastic on the bottom. This is actually my pattern. I made it up after I'd seen something on someone's arm somewhere on something sewing, and went, I want one of those. I actually started off with half bracelets, and they kept digging into my wrists. I didn't like them, so I then went to another way of doing it, and that's when I did that. So I do have a tutorial on one of my days. It might have been day 13. So if you have a look at day 13, you might find me making a tutorial on this. Not rocket science though, guys, so I don't expect you to have to go and watch my tutorial. The other thing I have is sorry, I just got a phone call, so I don't want to take that. I will contact the person back as soon as I've finished. I made a tissue holder. This was from Christine Home Affairs. She is a fellow YouTuber from a little town in Australia, and she makes these and sells them in her shop. Awesome to hook into your bag. My mum always carried tissues, and I wanted to be grown up, so this came out. I saw this and went, that's me. I need to make these, and I have them in my bag so that I always have tissues on me. I also have the packs of 10 in my car in case I run out. I can refill. So this is just a little pack of 10. I slice it down the center because they normally open at the top. Really good. That is like 1, 2, 3 pieces the same size. 2 10 by 10s. These are 15 by 15s. I made a little loopy loop and put a little hook up. So that is fantastic. I like them. That is so handy. Now, each thing that I'd made on Vlogmas, for Vlogmas, or what I'm showing you today, is actually can be given as a gift. If not given as a gift, it's something you can use well and truly in your own studios. And if you have a sewing room, you should call it a studio, man. It's where you make art. Okay, the other thing I made was a needle caddy. Okay, I like to know what's in my machine, and I like to know if it's good or if it's bad. So what I normally do is if I got a needle in my machine, I usually know what it is, because I'll have the packet that it comes out of down the bottom here. So I would say I'm currently using a 1914, all right, 1914, and that would be in the sewing machine. So when I finish using it, I want something different. I pick that packet up, put it in the 1914s, and this one's still good, so I'd feel it, make sure there's no burrs on it, and pop it in there, because that would be the one I'd use before I use any other ones. Okay, and you can have them for all of your stuff. There's specialty needles down here, and these ones are not specialty. They're just your standard, everyday, run-of-the-mill 90s. Oh, I actually call them 9, 10s, 12s, 14s, 16s, 18s, etc. Okay, so that is good. I put the 2 big grommets in it because I wanted to be able to hook it. My actual one, it's grey and white, it's my actual one, and I didn't have grommets at the time, and I have never pulled my finger out and put grommets in it, and it has got 2 bull clips sitting on the top that can hook onto something. This one looks so much classier. Okay, so I did have a couple of my lovely peeps say to me, I don't have enough wall space. Then I suggested tying a tie here, just a loop that just hangs, roll it up, and then you can tie it in. You can pull it in and out of your drawer when you require the needles to change them. Okay, and that can actually sit in your drawer, out of mind, out of sight. But again, you can do all the things you can do with it, like know which needle's in there, you put it in the bottom pocket, you know which needles to use next because you pin it through the top, the pocket that the pin is, the needle is in. Making sense, am I? That's good. I'm not talking fast, I'm just talking fast because I don't want to hold anyone up. Okay, I live in New Zealand. I grew up in Australia, and in New Zealand and in Australia you have Christmas gnomes. If you know Ruan, well, actually any of the lovely ladies from England, they call them gonks. Now this one's actually been strapped up. My friend came over and she decided to have a play around. So there's a naughty little elf from the shelf, and he's Velcroed there and he's pinned there. So I'm just going to pull him off. And no, I did not make the elf on the shelf, not with how cheap we can get them from. So I made a Gonk. That's what they call them, Gonks. So from now on, that's what it'll be called, is a Gonk. So I made his hat extra long, and I got one of the decorations off my tree and sewed it on. As one should, all Gonks should have a little dinkling bell. Hate using hot glue gun, obviously, because I don't know how to do it. Not clever enough, don't know how to do it. I've got little hands, and although the pattern doesn't suggest, now the pattern for the Gonk is so can she, S-E-W can she, and it's a free pattern, but I just love this guy. And she's given us an extra size beard, so the normal beard was actually smaller. It's got to have a long beard, correct? Am I right, or am I right, or am I right? Right. And of course the legs, and of course, what am I saying? And she also didn't so tingly, or she also didn't stuff his legs, but I did, and I gave him little kneecaps, okay, so that he can sit and his knees can be bent. Or I actually crossed his legs at one stage, and that's when Johnsy decided that she was going to get up and run amok with my my Gonk. Even she goes, "What's a Gonk?" I said, "This is a Gonk." She goes, "Oh," she loves him. She thought he was gorgeous. So that's a Christmas gift or a Christmas decoration if you want so desired. But aren't they cute? I can see why Roanne loves them. And as he was getting put together, I was getting more and more and more and more excited. Oh, so the last thing I made, so that was yesterday. The last thing I made was a bubble pod. Now I want to find who is the maker of the bubble pod. I need a book. I have a book here with all the stuff in it. And the bubble pod is made... Storage pod. It's a storage pod, not a bubble pod. Sorry, my bad. Okay, I'm just going to Google, just going to look up the bubble pods. Beth Studley. Okay, so Beth Studley, I got this off Esty. Okay, and it hangs there. It's quite big. It doesn't, yeah, it's quite big. I'm quite impressed with the size. And you put something in it and it can hang, or you can have it seated on a table as well. Okay, so bigger than the little storage pods that I have made in the past. The only thing I found tricky was the bias bonding on here. Might be my fabric because it frays. But what I did was I actually got a gathering stitch. So I sewed it on, and then I did a gathering stitch around it and pulled it in tight, then rolled it over and hand stitched it. The back, look at the back. You wouldn't even know there was a back. There's a back there. And inside, look. They're really neat. I can't believe I found this fabric that just looks so good from the outside. And even if I wanted to flip it inside, I mean, it looks just as good because the fabric at here is just as neat. Neato, a mosquito. Okay. There's nothing neat about mosquitoes. So that's that one. So that was today's little episode. I won't actually, I won't delve into what I'll be making next week because in case you are watching this and you have been watching my my Vlogmases, you know that I keep it under my hat until I actually reveal it on the day. Okay, so that's how I roll with that. But these are just so dandy. I mean, look at that. You can have all sorts in each one just by the front door, having things for people. Put it in the kids' bedrooms, and they can have, you know, like put all their... Oh, I have no idea. My kids are like 2 17-year-olds and a 19-and-a-half-year-old. I don't have kids that need makeup brushes. So that's what I have made this week. I have been busy this week with Vlogmas. And I have been pumping out the Vlogmas merriness. I am going to make something tomorrow. I'm going to make 2 of them because my friend who attacked the Gonk with the naughty gnome elf, the naughty... Oh, shivers. Look what I did with the pin. I was pulling it out of his foot and I just stuck it in him like he's a pincushion. I wonder if there's a little elf somewhere. Oh, in his stomach. That's hilarious. Okay, so I'm going to go now.
Gin o'clock?
Gin o'clock. Please, yes, definitely gin o'clock. I'm going to go now because it's gin o'clock. I was meant to go out for dinner tonight with the company that I make trousers for, but I've had a little bit of a headache here all day. I've been a bit tense. I've had lack of sleep. So as much as I think my daughter is very disappointed in me for not going out, haven't been out socializing for over a year now. So she was looking forward to me going out and being a grown-up again with my big girl panties on, but I think I left my big girl panties somewhere else. Anyway, so I am so stoked with what I have achieved this week with my pin cushion, my little pod. Actually, I might put my little bits in there. So my pod, I've got my little tissue holder, I've got my sunglass case. Actually, the idea why I thought of making a sunglass case is because my mum went and got sunglasses that were bigger than the average bear, and they couldn't fit a case, and she was on my mum. Chris is rubbing off on me. So she had this massive case. She goes, I don't like it. So she went back to Specsavers and they gave her another one. And in the meantime, my mind was churning, thinking, I wonder if I can make her one. And I found this free one from Spencer Org and went, that would be good. But she's got another one now, so she doesn't need this one. What I was saying before I realized I wasn't recording was fantastic idea is you can make these cases. Excuse me one moment.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Merry Christmas.
Hashtag Happy Friday. Gin o'clock. So I'll be up in a sec. Like you can make them so personalized. When I show you my friends, I will you'll see that she's actually made them intermingled. But you can have canvas like this, which is a what? A flamingo. You have a flamingo one, and then I've got the plastic stuff that goes over the vinyl that irons on over the top and gives it can't think of the name of it. But I made a whole handbag out of this, and I didn't like the handbag, so I actually threw it away. But it was a flamingo one when I threw it away. So I must make another flamingo. I don't know where I got the flamingo fabric from, so I'm almost too scared to use it. Anyway, so you make it like that, and it'll give it the leatheryette kind of texture to it. But that's me. That's where I'm at. And I'm going to tune in for another week with you guys. And hopefully next Friday I will actually Vlogmas you. But next Friday... Hashtag Friday you, but next Friday I will be living the dream because I shouldn't say this because he watches my shows. It makes me sound like I'm an actor. Mr. Christopher won't be here, so I'll be getting him my own gin o'clock. I actually don't drink when he goes away. Sad but true. Anyway, I'm going to head off. Please stay safe, warm, dry. Keep well. Yep, keep well. Stay cool. Keep on sewing. Have no regrets. Whether it's buying another meter of fabric or making something for yourself and no one else. Stay hydrated. Cheers, guys. See you later.